Hello everyone, you're on my trading channel. My name is Mary and I can be your personal trader. I created this YouTube channel to share my experience with you, so make sure to subscribe because there will be a lot of interesting content here. If you want to participate in trading sessions with me and receive signals from me, then subscribe to my Telegram channel. The link is in the description. Today, I will conduct a trading session on the pocketoption trading platform. I will aim to execute 4 trades, but quality is more important than quantity. I will only stop when I have significant profit on my balance. Now, let's start trading. Today, there are many great opportunities in the market. I was looking at the British pound to Canadian dollar currency pair, but I don't want to enter here for now. Instead, let's focus on the euro to Japanese yen. There is a strong support zone here along with a descending trend zone. Overall, this trend is quite robust, as we can see from the historical data. It has worked well in the past with the price touching the trend line 3 times. There could have been a 4th touch, but the price didn't quite reach the trend zone and immediately started a downward move. Considering the candlestick formations on the chart right now, it's unlikely that the price will reverse and reach the zone. Therefore, I'm opening a trade for a downward move with $300. I believe this will be an easy and straightforward situation for us. By the way, the trend is moving within a channel which further supports my position. The trade is happening within a clear channel. Moreover, if we switch to the 15-second time frame, everything looks even better. The approach to the descending trend zone occurred after a double bottom formation. This means that the chart has already completed the double bottom pattern, approached the trend zone and bounced off it. In other words, there are no strong reasons for the price to rise, and I expect a decline for the next 3 minutes, possibly even 5 minutes. Maybe even a little longer, but I don't want to take too much risk. I believe 3 minutes will be sufficient to play out the situation. So let's wait and see the results. There are only a few seconds left until the trade expires. As I mentioned before, the price has been steadily declining for several minutes. Well, the trade has closed in profit. Now, let's move on to finding the next opportunity. Let's now look at our next trade. We can continue selling on the same currency pair that I previously traded. Since the first trade, some time has passed and the price has returned to the support zone, which is also the descending trend zone. Initially, I thought that the price would return to the trend line much earlier. In other words, I thought that during the first trade, the price would first approach the trend zone and then move downward, breaking through the support zone. This is what I was talking about. But something else happened. After closing the first trade with a profit, the price returned to the trend zone after a few minutes. And now it's fallen again, meaning the technical analysis with the bounce from the trend zone is working. Currently, my second trade shows a profit probably around 25 points, maybe even 30. So one candle covers 5, 6 uncertain candles. There is currently a small pullback, but I still have a whole 2 minutes left. That's enough time for the situation to play out and the trade to confidently close in profit. But I could have entered a 5-minute trade now, it wouldn't have been worse. By the way, regarding 5 minutes, in the previous trade I mentioned that I wouldn't risk for 5 minutes and would enter only with 3 minutes. Of course, the price should decline within 5 minutes, but those 2 extra minutes would have been enough for the price to move higher towards the trend zone. If you look at the chart where the 5-minute trade would have closed, it would have closed in a loss. Well, 3 minutes should be enough now. Let's wait for the trade to expire. Okay, the price has dropped. The trade confidently closed in profit. Perhaps it was my easiest trade because the analysis and execution were very straightforward and pleasant. Well, we'll stick with the euro to Japanese yen pair for now. This will be the 3rd trade of this pair, but this time I will open a trade for an upward move. Today I will try to maximize the potential of this trend and support zone. I'm particularly drawn to the double bottom formation and the strong support zone. There will likely be a strong upward move. As crypto traders say, it will go to the moon. In general, nothing should hinder the price from rising. There are 2.5 minutes left until the trade expires. Overall, it's very pleasant and easy to trade the euro to Japanese yen pair today. The chart is very easy to analyze and the analysis is working as it should. On one hand, it's good, but on the other hand, there is a risk of getting stuck in despair and missing other opportunities. I think this will be my last trade with euro and Japanese yen today, and then I'll move on to another pair. So let's wait for the trade to close and record the results. Well, euro and Japanese yen gave me a reason to get nervous. There was a strong downward movement. Probably the market makers collected liquidity from the bears and the price shot up. But the last 3 candles worked exactly as I expected. The trade closed in profit, and now I can search for another opportunity. Let's continue looking at other charts. I want to move away from euro to Japanese yen pair, as I said, because I've been focused on it for too long and might make a mistake by accident. Alright, the USD to CAD pair. There is an interesting support zone here, which has shown strong bounces. It's exactly what I need. I'll open the USD CAD pair right away, that is the US dollar with the Canadian dollar. Meanwhile, the price is starting to break through this support zone. I'll set up an alert so I don't miss the moment. When the price breaks through everything and starts to drop, Now, let's look at the US dollar to Japanese yen, which also has an interesting situation. First, there was a strong downward impulse, followed by a prolonged accumulation. After the accumulation, the price returned. Well, let's open a trade for a downward move right away, because this accumulation represents a very strong resistance level. I'm expecting a strong downward movement now. I think the price will drop at least until the end of our second impulse, because that's where the support zone is located. Here's the resistance zone I entered from, and the price should come here. Perhaps the price may trade between the two zones for another minute or so before declining further. I was lucky to notice this trade at the exact moment and enter it. There are 2 minutes left and the trade expires. I entered as usual for 3 minutes with $300. I really rarely choose a 5-minute expiration unless the market is sluggish and I want to minimize the risks of choppiness and rebounds. Well, let's wait for the last 2 minutes and record the result. There are 15 seconds left until the trade ends. You can see what happened. I entered at the perfect point, because if I had entered 10 or 15 seconds earlier, I would have been quite nervous. As a result, the fourth trade closes in a very nice profit, and I'm ending today's session. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to participate in trading sessions with me and receive signals from me, then subscribe to my Telegram channel. The link is in the description. My name is Mary, and I'm the best trader.